Hello, everybody. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for joining me on this special day. If you don't celebrate Father's Day, thank you so much for watching, anyways. It's not for everybody. For me, it just so happens to be. And I want to take this video to appreciate the dad that I was so lucky to be given in this life. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you some of these things that my father has given me throughout my life that has made me into the man I am today and given me the interests that I am today. Sorry, still waking up here. But without further ado, I'm starting with this hat I like. If you could see a man's head getting stepped on because it is a gigantic sculpture. I can't stress that word enough, folks. Gigantic. This head is about, like, if you were to stand up by this head, your head would be about where its forebrow is. You know, if you could size that up, like a 5-foot person. If you're 5 feet tall, you're about as tall as that eyebrow. That's how big the statue is. And there's like a body going with this foot. It's a very contorted body. It's a very interesting sculpture. Very abstract. And I love this hat. Oh, look, there you go. Storm King Art Center. Shout out. My father took me here. And it was one of the coolest places ever. It's massive, huge, I almost said foundry. It's not a massive foundry. I don't think I understand the true definition of the word foundry. But it was a massive property. That is the word that I meant to use. It is a massive property. I'm talking acres and acres. And I'm throwing those acres out there. And all of these sculptures are of this size range. They're huge. I mean, there are some nice ones too that you're not gonna have to have tower over you. You know, there's one cool sculpture I liked. It was about yay big, guy hanging out on a rock with his hands up, knee up, and I think it was literally just titled "Guy Relaxing" or "The Relaxing Man." It made me want to relax, and I'd recommend anybody going there. You know, if you haven't been there, if you're in the East Coast, Storm King Arts Center, New York State, New Windsor, New York. I don't know. Can't give you a town, but that's the title of it. So hit that up, check it out. Definitely recommend it. Another fun accessory I love so much. I think I might have said something about this in a previous video, but I have to say it again. This is like some crazy cool amulet my dad gave me. It reminds me of Pompeii. That's that's what I could, like a Greek amulet. He's got a little lyre or whatever that instrument is, and he looks very serious. If anybody has ever watched the show Courage the Cowardly Dog, he looks like the guy who wants the slab. Return the slab or suffer my curse. Now, this isn't a cursed item, though. This is a blessed item, so it keeps me safe. It is. Look at how thick that is. This is. You can. If I. This is a very intimidating amulet. This is a very. Like. This is a lot of metal. It's a lot of material. I really am fascinated with how this was made and where it came from. What am I holding? What is this? Anybody out there knows what this is or has something similar, please alert me because I'm trying to be the proper authorities on this. I would like to know what this is. But yeah, my dad gave it to me and I'm still to this day obsessing over it. When I was younger, a wee lad. My dad got me these cool, and I know a lot of people have had these too, but they're bugs encased in um, resin, rosin, uh, some kind of coated plastic, but it is the real. I have a scorpion with the green glittered backdrop to it. I'm sorry to any people who out there are squeamish around bugs. Maybe this is like a disclaimer, don't look, but bug lovers and overall nature enthusiasts like me, just check this thing out. Like, imagine one of these things clawing around on you in the middle of the desert. You're trying to camp out. And then there's this bad boy. Look at that. I love this thing. I get I get still kind of like in awe about it because I'm working up to eventually having a live tarantula in my hands. I always wanted to hold a tarantula, but it's a spider. I can't help it. I'm one of those people that like armpits my hands around spiders. It's just no. I appreciate them for eating the mosquitoes that are after my blood, but I could see a tarantula being held by me because they're fluffy, they're furry, they have little hairs, and to me, I can correlate that to some level of friendliness. But those spiders with the little skinny bodies and then the even longer, skinnier legs that look like they're gonna reach over to you and like pluck your soul out of your eyeballs. Yeah, I don't like those spiders. Those aren't fun. This one's just kind of like scrunched up, trying to get warm, trying to stay fun. Well, this one specifically kind of looks pissed, but you know what I mean. Tarantulas are in pet stores for a reason. I want to dive into that reason. I feel like I need to test the waters of my own fears. Thanks, Dad. Now I get to look at this tarantula all the time. Another good thing that my father has given me that at this point should be blatantly obvious that it has inspired me to do the things that I do to this day is he got me these two fossilized shark teeth. Surprise, surprise. No, I love these things. They're massive, they're badass, and what's really cool is they are the same shape and like style and make of the ones we've been finding. Like my girlfriend and I in the river. So the ones we find are about this big, and as you can see, these bad boys are much bigger. But these ones are from 54 million years old. So they're 54 million years ago. I had to read this, the name of the shark, Otodus obliquus, Atlas MTS Morocco. That's not surprising. And it's from Evolution in Soho, New York City. If anybody remembers that store. So I got my little certificate of authenticity that these are 54 million year old shark teeth. My dad would leave work and see these kind of stores open in the city, and you know, God bless him if he had the money to do it, he would get me something cool out of there, and I don't think he understood the investment he was giving at the time, but to this very day, this is the stuff that still will inspire me. This is so cool. I have them on full display in my rock fossil crystal room area. I like to keep all my found treasures. And speaking of found treasures and some of the nifty things my dad has gotten me on the way home from work, from the same place, this is Evolution. I'm gonna get that down eventually. I'm gonna figure out what makes gravity work. But this is the Campo del Cielo meteorite discovered in 1572, Chaco, Argentina. Probably butchered that pronunciation. Five point, read that backwards. 4.5 billion years old. Here's your little certificate. And here's the meteorite. It's on a necklace. And that's I don't wear it because it's so precious to me that I like, God forbid something happens and then I'm stuck running around like, where's my 4.5 billion year old meteorite? Can somebody help me find my 4.5 billion year old meteorite? But yeah, this is like the bee's knees. This is so cool. It's a space rock. I have a space rock. Look, this is what everybody's been doing these days. Well, my friend Caroline told me to do to show things off now. You get to see the meteorite in my gross unwashed hand. Because I've been handling shark teeth and meteorites. And is there anything else? Oh yeah. Still from Evolution. Still on this cool, like, from preserved exotic insects or arachnids, because I know spiders and an insect, and shark teeth, meteorite. Check this out. The largest egg in the world. An ostrich egg. And I'm pretty sure the second largest egg in the world is from the emu, which is what this is from. So I got the ostrich egg and the emu egg. And I guess it's just, at this point, moving towards a museum vibe. Like, if anybody's ever been to the Museum of Natural History, how it's just like, it's like a smorgasbord of information. That's what I'm all about now. It doesn't matter what the theme or the category or whatever it is. I'll love to cover a wide range of topics, a wide variety of neat things. That's what I like. Just really neat stuff. Oh, oh God. This is one of my pride and joys that my father has gotten me. This is a coyote skull. And it's still got its chompers. Isn't that crazy? I love dogs. I'm a dog lover, so I'm really crossing my fingers that this was ethically obtained. But look at how cool that is. A little morbid, but I like that stuff. My dad always knew I liked skulls and crossbones and that kind of thing, so he got me a coyote skull. I was like, dude, this is the coolest thing in the world. Are you kidding me? If I could find a way to wear it, I would. I would don this apparel. This is such a cool thing. I don't know why. I'm just someone that's obsessed with skulls. But coyote skull, love that. Thank you, Father. And, aside from my dad just getting me stuff, that's not the point of this at all. I'm appreciating the things he has obtained for me in his hard-earned time. But my father and I have been on many an adventure as well. He made me the beach lover that I am today. If I can ever even, get away from work these days to get to the beach. But when I do, the first thing I remember is being a kid and my dad taking us down to the Jersey Shore, splish splashing in the water. I'd be running all over the beach finding all kinds of cool seashells. I thought they were called sand crabs, but they're actually called sand fleas. I'm gonna keep calling them sand crabs. It's friendlier. And it was just a grand old time. It was whatever you could imagine. And I don't have like a boogie board to show you like the uh, extent of how, you know, deep into the beach activities we would go. There was mini golfing. There's all kinds of grand old times. If anybody is what do you call that? Resides coastally. I know on the West Coast, you guys probably have your share of what is that? I'm too brainwashed by the Jersey Shore. Whatever. You get my point. But my father and I have out of Jersey adventures. There was one year my family went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and it was my father, my grandfather, and my aunt and I. We went. What is this? Um, Not rappelling. God, how the hell am I forgetting this? Zip lining. That's what it is. I was like, we were zipping down this line. I can't remember what the hell it was called, but there's the place Vallarta Adventures, and I'm telling you, this was the same place my grandma got me the killer corn dagger. That's where that place was. It was a grand. Oh my goodness, we were running all around that area, just taking it all in. What a beautiful, what a beautiful part of the globe. I mean, really. And I'd also be foolish not to appreciate the achievements my dad has helped me make, or at least reach the goals, the completion, the my vocabulary is running dry today. But I got some trophies from these things. Like my dad, he awarded me for being born. This is my baby trophy, and clearly I was a winner from birth. I mean, come on. I'm not quitting anytime soon because I got this to remind me from the second I entered this atmosphere. I'm not leaving until I do great things. It's got my birthday. It's got my length. I was 19 and a half inches long as a baby. When I was a wee babby. I was 8 pounds, 3 ounces. 30 ounces. 8 pounds, 3 ounces. I don't know. How heavy is that? I don't have things that are weighted around me, but I can assume I was a healthy lad. I came out very strapping, very ready to be a baby. And I will always have this trophy. It is just. Are you kidding me? Come on. Me being here is an accomplishment. Hell yeah. Then, as any small child trying to impress their dad, I kicked ass in T-ball for participating. I was so good at participating. Are you kidding me? I was like the prince of participation, yo. I was damn near 2002. Oh my god, the Athletics. It was the Oakland A's. Wow. I'm remembering it. It's all still there. What is this? This is where they took the tees away. I was very upset. That was not cool, by the way. Having to hit a ball through the air made it significantly more difficult. But I got that participation again. You couldn't stop me from participating. Are you kidding me? I participated the sand off of those fields. I participated the cleats off of their feet. And I actually became really good at left fielding because, oh, the Marlins, because my dad would, I don't know why. I think he just, it was a game of catch or something, and he must have noticed that I really liked when he like threw the ball like straight up and I had to get underneath it and catch it, which to me, like I thinking about it, I know for a fact it sounds fantastic. I just can't imagine why. Like I still am trying to figure out why that was so fun to me and still is. But it just so happened to link up to making me an amazing left fielder. And I had a lot of good games, plays where I was paying attention. And then there were other times where there was a really nice bird flying by, or I found a really cool plant off in the distance. So I had to, you know, eventually I walked away from baseball. But that's okay. I had fun. I had great memories. And I know how to throw and catch a ball. I'm very thankful for that. I kind of miss it now that I'm reminiscing about it. And then I also have one of my dad's trophies that he just got from his job, and I'm really proud of. He gave it to me. He didn't want it. I was like, well, I'm going to have it because now I could brag that my dad is an exceptional achiever. And that's a brag. My dad's an exceptional achiever, and I'm proud of him. And it's Father's Day, so this is all for you, Dad. Thank you so freaking much. You are, ugh, words don't do justice, but you're the greatest, man. It's it's a lot easier with you here. That's for sure. We all are very fortunate to have the father figures we have in our lives. And for those of you that don't have the father figures or don't have the fortunate circumstances of where you might not have a dad, might not be there, guess what? You made it here on your own. So guess what? You're still doing it. You have what it takes. Don't don't let this day get you down because everybody's about their dads. Just make it about you. Go for a nice walk. Treat yourself to a good old meal. You earned it. I feel like every holiday like that should be universal. Mother's Day the same way. Like not everybody's got a mom, but not everybody has to be upset. Just go use for a reason to treat yourself. That's what it should be. You know. See, I feel like if I see something I don't like, I'll go out in a different direction. Obviously, just walk away from it and get your mind off it. Think what do I normally like? What would make us smile right now? Because guess what? You earned that smile right now. I hope you enjoyed these cool things that I have shown you from my father. He's gotten me into so many. Oh my God. Would you look at that behind me? There's stuff too. Wow. Okay. Oh God. So, this is cool. My dad got me way back in the day the first One Piece graphic novel, which by the way this manga blew up, like I'm actually really happy to have this. But he got me the first One Piece, and as you can see, I liked it so much, I kept asking him to get me more and more, and it dropped off around, what is this, 23? I got a little one over here, 25, 26, 27. I dropped off in the late 20s. And I'm kind of happy I did, only seeing as how if I stayed on board, I'd have over 1,000 of these books. And I loved One Piece. I still love One Piece. I just I can't see myself buying 1,000 mangas, and I sure as hell can't see myself affording to buy 1,000 mangas right now. It's just not in my cards currently. If I am ever fortunate enough to see this little collection my father has helped me start come to into fruition, that's a different story. I'll be very happy. I won't turn that opportunity down if ever presented. But I'm not losing sleep over that. No. And to my left, I've got part of a set my dad's got, and he gave this to me because it's like it was an extra one that he had from the Beatles' Yellow Submarine. It is the Blue Meanie himself, and George. It's George. I love this so much, and the movie, The Beatles' Yellow Submarine, the album, The Yellow Submarine, the Beatles in general. My dad is one of the biggest Beatles fanatics you'll ever come across, especially when it comes to like George Harrison and like the true, oh god, what would you even say, like the depth of the Beatles. Like people are like, oh, I'm a Beatles fan, and then they go buy the albums, but like my dad read the books about why these guys did what they did, how they did what they did, what they moved on to doing, what they ended up doing. It's really cool. And also, he shreds. Like, just on a guitar. He's a maniac. I'm going to have to definitely get that somewhere in a video if I ever get the editing skills where I can be like, this is my dad shredding. Like, it's on the news, and there's a square right here. And you'll see a sick guitar solo happening. But yeah, no, my dad is definitely, his love for the Beatles is extremely contagious. Because it's like a wholesome enthusiasm. Like, he's not like cramming it down your throat about it. Like, I even got a Jeremy Who Zippo lighter. The Beatles. I don't know. Something I like to myself obsess about, if ever given the opportunity. And I believe that's it. Now I believe that. I looked behind me, so now I can tell you. My appreciation for my father will never run out. This video, however, will. And on a more personal, love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. But I also wanted to show off one of the newer pictures I made. I don't know if I showed this in the last video, but I want to show it again because I'm proud of it, if I didn't. Flowers from clipped up vape posters. I was given this, what is this, like format idea? I don't know. My girlfriend was like, make flowers. So that was the input into my mental Louis Kachui GT. Yeah, Louis Kachui GPT. So you got the clouds up here and nice obvious flowers and grass. And the background, this little checkerboard jazz going on in the background. That's actually a piece of paper, graphing paper, that I had marked up back in high school And I've got a couple of these that I just that I just had. I wanted to do something with it. It looked sad by itself, and now it looks so much happier. So, this is my most recent artwork. I hope you like it. I'm gonna make something new this week. Haven't really decided what yet. I'll have to give a spoiler later on in the next video, but yeah, oh, this has been a fun day. It's raining where I am. I hope wherever you are, it's not as crappy weather. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. As wonderful as Sunday can be. Brace yourselves for this coming work week. It'll be, over before you know it. And you're going to do a good job. Keep up that fantastic everyday human spirit you got there. And I hope to see it in my next video. Thank you so much for making it this far. I will see you in the next one.